it's umomgtarot, and this is your November tarot card reading. So, we're going to start with your astrology reading cards, and then we're going to launch into a tarot spread and see what comes up for the month of November for Virgo. What major themes? Alright. Here we go. Your first card, Leo. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. We got that Leo energy, so some of you guys you got a big ego. But some of you guys are being very creative this month, looking to sew, looking to knit, looking to do arts, take pictures, try some new hobbies, looking to have some fun, maybe party, you name it. Then we have, Aries. We got some, I'm not meaning to slander you guys if you're Aries or Leo or Gemini or Virgo. I don't mean to slander you guys. I'm just, what immediately pops up is the dark-sided qualities sometimes, because I guess that's my last reference point. So I'm sorry in advance. I don't mean it. There's positive qualities of every sign. Okay, let me get back into the reading. All right, so Aries, the energy around you is dynamic, spontaneous, dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading impulsive action is likely. Aries, a little bit of selfish energy with the Aries. You know what? That's the outward side of it. Selfish on the outside. On the inside, they have perseverance. They're bold. They're courageous. They put their hand up first. They're not shy. Like, all amazing qualities. They have energy for days. They're like Android 17 and 18 in Dragon Ball. Right? And finally, you have Pisces. The energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So you have the romantic Pisces energy as your theme as well, proving to be a little bit of a passion, spicy, sexual, but emotional month ahead. Alright, so let's have a look at your tarot spread. I'm using the Golden Universal Tarot cards to judge this out. Let us have a look at what comes up for November for our dear friends, the Virgos. We're the Virgos. Virgoes. Well, there's no E, it needed to fit. Right. Okay, here we go. First, see, you guys have some spice. You guys have some spice going on. You guys have some spice. The Lover's card, making heart-centered decisions. I need to make a decision for the best of both of us, babe. Alright, so you guys are making some love decisions. Alright, but we also like this card because it reminds us of soulmate energy, where it's a very important person. It speaks to the level of intensity of the emotions as well as the thoughts and the physicality. I'm bearing my soul. I'm getting vulnerable here. And also just the divine nature of the relationship, where there are angels working in the background, or whatever higher power you believe in working in the background. And it's that whole, if it's meant to be, it will be vibe. Alright, so we're starting off our month with a little bit of emotions, a little bit of decision making. Alright, let's keep going. King of Pentacles. Doubling down on that Leo energy with the Sun. Alright, creative. We're doing creative. Okay, so, and now there's a naked child. There's two naked people, now there's a naked child. And now we need to consider that a family is forming here. Okay? And the King of Pentacles is there, so we have some type of financial, physical stability, which is usually prominent in people who are ready to make those types of commitments, where little children are born with, clothes on their back, which is none, because they get born from a womb. Now, what I find interesting is we have a story unfolding here, a B-plot story unfolding here that's a little funny. We have the king wearing this nice orangish red gown, right? And then you see here, everybody else is naked. We see the kid has stolen his gown and thrown it up in the air and waved it like he just doesn't care, right? So, fortunately, the king is not in this picture, but it looks like he stole it off of him. Now he naked too. Right? That's a theory, though. I don't know if the tarot... I didn't read the pamphlet, so I'm not sure if that's what it says in the pamphlet, in the book, in the guidebook. Alright. But anyways, for you guys, that just means there's a lot of bearing of souls. There's a lot of, like... This could even mean, like, somebody who's trying to make a decision, or... You know what this looks like to me? This looks like to me when somebody is about to propose and they ask the parent for the hand in marriage. They have to go back to their parents, the view of a child. And this is a heart-centered decision to make. It's a very grounded decision. We have pentacles there, and we have authority that is needing to be dealt with, which could also be legal, like marriage and government stuff, dealing with that. But it could also just be a paternal figure, which the Leo to me has always been a very paternal paternal, like, their house, children creativity. But I always found it to be like, it brings out, if it's a Leo female, it brings out the paternal nature of the female, if that makes sense, like the independent female that doesn't, when there's no father, there's usually a Leo mother or some type of Leo energy in the mix. But let me not get off topic. Let's stick to your November tarot card reading and let's keep going. All right, we got a jump off point with the Fool, followed by the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Cups. So we start off with somebody who's caring about you to some degree. There's obviously sexual chemistry, love goggles on and everything. So this is some type of authority. They could be asking for something, or like even like authority to your child, anything of the sorts. But here is starting anew. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. The Fool is arguably the first card of the deck, first and last, I guess. But it's the beginning of a journey. It's unmanifested potential, which also, interestingly enough, is what a child is, right? Or a baby or infant is unmanifested potential. They can become whatever their environment produces of them. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the absence of the female, the absence of the financial support in terms of in a emotional sense. So if somebody doesn't support your line of work, that's what Queen of Pentacles in reverse represents to me. But this is also just like not having financial stability. But the Queen and King are both here, so it's almost like the journey it takes to find each other, to pair up with each other, but you're still both there. And also, I think that maybe sensitivities may have gotten in the way or clouded the view of this person in the past. Maybe you didn't really like this person at first. Maybe you didn't think they were the right match at first, but slowly you've gone on this journey where they've showed you that they've been looking out for you, and it's awakened a new journey. It's ignited a new flame. It's been romantical in a sense, even if you couldn't receive it before. But also they provide some sort of stability that is very prominent, and I guess it takes away from you having to, this could just mean that you don't have to be financially responsible anymore. You don't have to be independent. You don't have to be on your own with them. We have the Queen of Cups, who is associated with Cancer, all water signs. It also speaks to self-care, and another Queen to the King. So that means mastering the art of your emotions and understanding yourself fully. This person might be the connection that you feel with them, is that they understand you, they nurture you. I guess that person would be kind of worth it, right? A new beginning with this person. A new beginning. See, this looks more and more like freedom. There might be a heart-centered decision that needs to be made pre this relationship starting up. So who knows what that means? That could mean so many things. Wow, that candle smells so good. All right, and then we have Three of Pentacles in reverse. Thank you for clarifying. Thank you for clarifying. Then we have the King of Wands. And finally, Ten of Swords. I know some of you are like, oh God, 10 of Swords for the end of my reading. Click out. It's not bad. Because we have the beginning of a journey and then we have the end of a journey. But let's look at what comes along the way. So we have, you gotta not put, okay, so let's look from here to here, because we have our quadrants or triple drinks or whatever they're called, triplets here. Let me just resituate for maximum viewing pleasure. Okay, Virgo. So we have a heart-centered decision to make at the beginning of the month. Like I keep mentioning, I continue to mention, because there's one person in the authority position, and this may, if it doesn't involve a father figure or an authority looking down on the relationship and having some type of say in the relationship, I feel that like the masculine energy or the more stable partner has a decision to make. And it has something to do with, yes, creativity and freedom and being unbridled. And it does have something to do with their ego as well. and them feeling a sense of freedom within the relationship. They could also just be like wanting to walk away, or they may have walked away in the past for that reason, for that journey, for them to discover themselves. And it may, yes, it could have had something to do with their paternal or their boss or some type of figure, some type of archetype. And that, it just makes me feel like somebody walked away, because kids on a horse and looks pretty free to me, like I mentioned before. But also, because we have a new beginning, the next card over with the Fool and the Aries. I mean, both cards just represent to me the starting anew. And so it may not have been a nasty or negative end, because, I mean, it's the sun. We have the sun up. We have some king energy here. It's usually a higher level of confidence and intelligence, usually not too petty. And not, you know, maybe they're just like, maybe it could be even the government. It could be a governing body that says, hey, yeah, you guys can be married, but it's going to take 2 years, so just bugger off until then. But still a victory, right? So celebration there. But a new start, I guess, is when you get the document that says, all right, you can get married now. You know, but let's not say specifically that. Let's say instances of that same type of vibe to it, where now you have the freedom to start something. And if that's with a relationship with this person, great. Right? I feel like with this person, there'll be a stability, like I mentioned, that you don't have to carry the burden of providing, I guess, financial stability or maybe physical stability, like your shelter or anything like that. There's something that you benefit from in that area where you don't have to necessarily have that up. It could also mean that, yeah, you could save more money. You know, it could mean that as well. It could mean that you might even be just holding back because you don't have to spend, and it may be a little selfish, but you're like, hey, like, to me, I'm like, whatever. Selfish Aries, it adds up. Usually there's a science to it, and there's a good, it was a good just in case. Like, you should have been doing it. Like, but no, usually it's the rest of us that should have thought like that. But, and it seems very like selfish or ego oriented, but it's good thinking. It's good business practices. Now, and especially for the Queen, be for real. She's good. Like, the Queen of Pentacles is the lady that's going to save up for months before she leaves you, you know? Then we have the Queen of Cups, the spiritual nurturing, to add to it, just feeling better overall about your situation, doing the right thing, things that resonate with you, things that you're not like just doing and then hoping for the best, things that you step into with confidence and just feeling relieved and feeling familiar and relaxed, all those things that make you, that validate that you made the right decision during the month. Go with those. It's new beginnings. Oh, I feel like with this person, things are going to work out and you're going to feel a sense of relief. What working out means is they go on their journey. If it was in the past where they had walked away, again, reigniting a new journey here with them and learning the lessons along the way in terms of like, financially, I should be responsible, I should do this or whatever, but if this person can provide relief, great. I already have the tools to be independent, so I don't really need them, and perhaps that's what makes you so attractive. Taking care of yourself, putting yourself first also makes you attractive. Aries energy, I say attractive a lot when I'm talking about Aries energy because they're usually very sexually seductive when they try to be. We have the Pisces energy here towards the end of the reading, where there's collaboration, there's people. I feel like maybe that's what, again, another reason why this person would walk away. They're collaborating with other people, they're distracted, they may have had other options that they went with or explored before coming to the conclusion of you, but once they had their eye on you with their Pisces goggles, their love goggles, that means this person was willing to take the proper action, have authority in the action that they take. Like, so none of this like sidestepping and asking a friend if they can show up where you are or whatever. Just straight up coming to your face and being like, hey, we're going out. 10 of Swords, I'm not sure how this will end, but it means the end of other things. So some of you, if you're in relationships, you guys may be walking away from those relationships for this. I don't know. This may be a fleeting romance. This may just be a fleeting romance caught up in the passion. All right, there may be decisions that don't even really matter because it feels like you're mustering up for starting something new, but that something new may not be as heavy as what you had before. 3 of Pentacles, there may be other people in the mix. They may still be working on stuff. They may just be on a break from a project that's like quarterly. This collaboration is 3 months at a time. How about that? We have the King of Wands who takes action, very deliberate action. So I know that this person is like very organized in their prowess. And I feel like it's going to feel a little bit like a betrayal. When they walk away, you're going to not see it coming, or you're going to feel like it's, oh, I didn't know that. It's going to sneak up on you kind of a thing. But again, I say enjoy it for what it is. If you're going to have a nice night with them, because I thought that we were going to be a thing. No, you still had a nice night no matter what you say. You had a nice night. Do you have a nice tomorrow? Probably not. But that's why I say just enjoy things for what they are. Enjoy things moment to moment, day to day. Enjoy your month. Damn, you got so much passion. Like, give me this reading. Alright, so there it is. That is your tarot card reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.